Right, here we are on American Truck Simulator again, and we've just installed the new update, or the new downloadable content, which is the new state of Oregon. And last night we also had the update for the ATS Mario map, which was updated to be compatible with the new state, the new DLC. So what you'll see here is we have the state of Oregon, which is this section here, which has been added to the map. Excuse me. And I'm about to do my first trip into Oregon. Now, I started in Ely last night and I got this far and I then saved it, and we're then going to head up until we get into Oregon. I think this is still California, isn't it? Pretty certain it is. I think that's all California. Well, I'm guessing it is because there's San Francisco. Anyway, and then we head up into Oregon. So it shouldn't be long before we get there, but we're actually pulling a 3-trailer load. So that's going to make it interesting as well to see, because I think it's the first time I've ever taken 3 trailers. And we'll see if we can cope with that. I'm using my old faithful Kenworth 100 or K100 truck, which I quite like. And well, let's see if we can get there in one piece, and we'll have a look around some of the roads in this area of the map. This is all brand new to me. I've never driven in it, and we'll find out what it's going to be like. Just get my steering wheel all set up. That's a handy thing about having the steering wheel set on one of these wheel stands. You just disconnect it when you don't use it and move it out of the way, and then when you want to use it you just move it in front. Everything's all attached. Makes life very simple. Right, anyway, let's have a look at what we've got. I don't even know what we're carrying. I never really pay attention very much to what we've actually got. And I don't need that side mirror, that's one thing I don't need. Now I think that's 5. Trying to remember how to get rid of the mirrors now. Now wait a minute. I'll get there eventually, I'll work it out eventually. Now is it F2? Yeah, I think it is F2. I need the right mirror, but I don't need the left one because I've got the mirror on the left hand side. Right, let's have a look outside this truck and get this bloody camera button to work. Right, that's us there. As I say, we've got the 3 trailers, and I just sort of dumped the truck here last night, and we are good to go, I think. No, I don't think we are. Let's have a look at these. No beam, right, we'll get everything on, how we have. I think we're all set. Right. Oh, we've still got the brake on, that doesn't help. Oh, it's 10 o'clock at night. Oh well, here's hoping we actually get to see some of Oregon, and we don't just see total darkness. Now I had to take out the GPS mod. There must be a new version out, but I had to take it out prior to the update because it was causing problems and it wasn't working properly, so I'm just back to the standard GPS. I like the one at the top of the screen, but for the time being we're just going to have to make do with this standard one at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. I don't know what these roads are like in Oregon, but they must be okay if they allow you to pick up triple trailers. And we'll see if there's much change in the landscape. I was watching Squirrel doing his live stream yesterday, and he was driving in Oregon, and it looks very different. Much more of a sort of forestry type landscape than what we have here. This is pretty much desert when you look at it. And, you know, it's mostly scrubland and dirt and sand and rocks. There's not much that a good drop of rain wouldn't solve the problem. I wonder how far, what I've been thinking is, I wonder how far that SCS, the game developers, are going to go with this update for the map, because obviously with it being American Truck Sim and the fact that there's like, what, 50 odd states in America, are they just going to keep churning out state after state? You know, you would think they would at least do the decent thing and maybe do an update where they're going to give you 2 or 3 states in an update rather than just the one, or are they going to just try and milk it all the way to the beating it to death and beating every penny out of us people who want to keep getting the updates? I wonder. Oops. So we shouldn't be too long. I mean, this isn't going to be a long trip. We've got, what, I don't know, is that 400 or 500 miles still to go? So it's not going to be that long. In fact, we shouldn't be that far off the border into Oregon anyway. We can't be that far away from it. And I need to keep reminding myself that I've got a triple trailer in the back end here because I'm probably going to cut somebody up. And this is the very first time I've ever driven one. Now, is he going to go by? Yeah, he is. I'll always pick the right time to go to a new place. Go in the darkness when you can't even see anything. Right, what's that there? A quick check at the map just to see exactly where we are here. Right, we're coming into Winnemucca. Well, once we do the left turn, and then we head north from there, and then well, normally the furthest north we could go, I think, on the normal map was, I think, Jackpot, which is pretty much on the border of those two states there, but that's where we're headed for, up here, to take us into Oregon. And as I say, it's not going to be long, just depends on what the road's like when we get up that far. Let's see if we can actually turn a corner with this damn thing. There's a good point. When is it we have to be there? We have to be there for late on Friday up until 1:16 AM on Saturday morning, so in theory that means we could take a rest stop. Because it's just Friday morning at the moment, isn't it? Where the hell do we turn off? I think it's up here. Now, how the hell am I going to get around here? Anything coming that way, I don't think. What the hell's up there? road sign down. Right, now, where are we now? Right, so we're just leaving Winnemucca, or Winnemucca, however you want to pronounce it. And then there is, well, there's a rest stop up there just before we cross the border. What time is it now? That's Friday, 1:53 AM, so going up to 2 AM. Well, but by the time we actually get to the border, it may well start getting light. I still think they should have actually, in the end, they should amalgamate the two games, American Truck and Euro Truck. I still think it's pointless having two separate games. I'm just wondering whether we're going to see this big welcome to Oregon sign or something like that somewhere along here. You'll probably pass it and not notice it. May actually work out quite good timing. 2:40 odd AM. Well, we shouldn't be that far off dawn. But the one thing I would think is there's going to be an immediate change in scenery because you're moving out of a sort of desert state into a sort of alpine state. By what I've seen, you know, there's a lot more trees and everything. It might be slightly different at the southern end of the state than it is at the northern end of the state, and we don't know. Hopefully we'll see something of it. That's a change in the road there. Let's have a look. Yeah. Not far to go now. Yeah, we're definitely getting a bit of daylight. What's this up ahead? These random events. You've got to keep yourself on your toes. I had one random event the other day where there was a car just sat in the middle of the road as you went round a corner. No police car, just a car. Sitting right in the middle of the road. Mind you, that it was meant to be there because the guy was out of the car looking in the under the hood or the bonnet, as you say, because he'd obviously broken down, but he hadn't had enough sense to actually put the car to the side of the road. Right, so here we are. That's the rest stop there, but we ain't going to make it in there. Yeah, well, we've just crossed the border, so we are in Oregon now. What does that sign say? Is it just a... It's just an advert. Well, this still looks pretty much like desert, this part of the state. I can't even remember where it is I'm going. Where the hell am I going? Salem. That's where I'm going. Right, so we've got all the way up there to go. And we're probably going to have to take a rest stop anyway at some point, I would imagine. This is looking like more desert than anything from what we're seeing here. Before we need a rest stop, 3 hours, which isn't a long time in game time. station up here. Now, is this a way station in and out? Right, that's a way station up there. The question is how the hell do we get back out here? Is it you do a U-turn? Anybody's guess what the hell we do up here? Now, wait a minute. There's a truck. There's a truck up ahead. Right. Vehicle gross weight £103,000, thank you, blah 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 blah, and then we can escape up here, right? That's good. Even get through here in one piece. This is a bit, it's a bit tight as well. Highway 73 or 78, I think that was. Strange the way this is designed. It doesn't merge. You have to actually give way. $78 it is. Well, we'll have to find out where the hell we can take a stop with this damn thing. Well, certainly nowhere along here. Absolutely nothing there. Right, that looks like a fuel station and... is it? Well, there's a repair spot as well. But certainly there's a rest stop there. That's a wee bit away yet, but we're gonna have to go there anyway. So, well, from what I've seen so far, there's not a lot to get excited about in the southern end of the state. There's just one big damn desert so far. by the time we actually get to this resting place, what's that, 6:24 AM in the morning, so by the time we get round there and take this rest, it's going to be late on in the afternoon by the time we get back on the road. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, well, that's 6, so it's going to be after 7 o'clock by the time we get round there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's 5 hours. It's going to be like at least 3 in the afternoon by the time we get back on the road. I think the quicker we gun it to get round to that point, the better. Well, there's some trees up ahead, and there's a bit more grass here. Oops. Well, at least there wasn't that right hand side of the road. This looks more like, it looks as if there's a bit more farming going on here maybe. Right, so we're going up, the road bends away round to the left here. Then I think we head south a bit, but that's where we have to find that resting place, get in there and get that over with ASAP. Well, we're heading into civilization. Here we go, we're getting a bit more trees up here. It's looking more like what I've seen on the videos. Yeah, this looks a little bit more lush, as you would describe it. Yeah, that's telling me to go over to the left hand side, so we'll do as we're told. I need to keep an eye on this resting place. I don't want to go past the damn thing. Right, that's it. It's around the corner. And in there. Now, is that a way station that's in there as well? It looks like it. Well, we might have to do the old thing that I normally do, and that's abandon the trailers and just take the truck. Makes it a lot easier for manoeuvring, especially with this this triple setup that we've got now. Where the hell are we going here? Well, that was handy. I would have thought I need to be more into the into that inside lane, but we need to let this guy pass first. Right. Just look to see if we can find a way in up here. certainly not there. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Now, where the hell is the way in? Is this it here? You are kidding me on. Well, that's not it. Surely that isn't it. What's that up there? Right. This is it here. Rest area. That's the words I wanted to see. Now he's parked that way round. Where the hell are we going to park? You know what? That will bloody well do it. As soon as I saw that sign, that will do it. We've had a rest. Well, there we go. It's already late in the afternoon. Do I need fuel? I don't think I really do. Let's just see if we can find our way out. That's the repair spot. Yeah, I think they've made some of these areas a bit more substantial from what was seen in the previews. I mean, this is quite a big area, even with a repair spot on it as well, which you don't normally find on many of the other areas of the map. Of course, remember, this is a Mario map. It's not just the sort of base. The base game now. How are we getting out of here? Are we going that way to make a turn, or are we going to try and turn that way there? I think we're going to go up here. What's that? Is that a rock? That wasn't maybe a good idea. Let's just try and squeeze out here. Well, we got in and out in one piece. Now, what does that say up there? Drink, drive, lose, or drink, drive, lose. Right. Yeah, I agree with that. Not a good idea. Although perfectly okay to drink and drive in an American truck. Now we're heading into the setting sun again. This I don't like. Well, we had a wee bit of trees and that there for a little while, but we're back out into sort of scrubland. What's happening up here? Is this a junction or is it just a turn? Just a bend in the road, that's all it is. Well, there's areas there that you can drive your truck into, but yeah, they're just sort of a bit more substantial rest areas. That's really what they look like. How far have we got to go? 190 odd miles, so not long. And that'll be our first trip in Oregon done and dusted. Although, as I say, from what I've seen so far, not a lot to get excited about. Just another state, another bit of DLC, and another few dollars out your pocket. And the one thing about the Mario map that I have, if you look at this, just to remind you, the Mario map has this new DLC in along with it. Mario map's been updated to make it compatible, but if you look at the rest of the map, this is the current states that we have in the standard map. You've then got the other sections over here, including part of Canada, and you've also got Iceland and the Faroe Isles, and then I think you've got Cuba as well, and what the hell's that over there? I don't remember what that is. Ah, that's the Canary Islands. Yeah, it's the Canary Isles. They're off the coast of what, Spain and Portugal. And then if we go over here, you've got the Hawaiian Islands, and then the big large portion is the northern section here of Brazil, and then you've got the rest of South America, which has got Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, Argentina, Chile. So there's lots of driving on this area of the map, right down to Rio Gallegos. So the Mario map will only work with all of the DLC. It's always compatible with all the DLC. And as I say, it was just updated last night. Right, now let's see if we can see where the hell we're going here. That is just an awkward height for that sun. It just makes it a bit glary. Now, of course, with this being a triple trailer, when we find where the hell we're going to end up, we just drive into the position. You don't reverse these triple trailers. I would never ever be able to reverse this damn thing into a space. Oh, that's horrible. That is a horrible sun. Point any direction as long as it's away from the sun. And the one thing that's always bothered me about this game is that the roads are far too good a condition. The roads, you know, there's very little variation in the actual, and I'm talking about the game itself, the base game, the actual official maps of the game. Whenever you go on any of the roads are pretty much perfect, and everybody knows that. Well, certainly in my part of the world, the roads are not perfect. There is very rarely a bump on any of these roads, and it's only when you drive something like the Harsh Russian map that you see what can actually be done with these roads and make them really poor quality in certain areas. But you know, they don't do that. They make the roads perfect all the time. There's not a bump to be felt when driving along these roads, and I just don't think that's right. We need to add that. I mean, they've got the cracks in the road. I mean, you can see the cracks on the surface, but you've got absolutely no feedback from them at all, or very little if anything. Here we go, we're back into a low sun sort of streaming through the clouds. And we're sort of splitting through the state. When we look at it, we've come through Burns, which was the last time we went through, and we took a rest stop. And then, what the hell's that called? Bend? Or am I reading that wrong? Anyway, that's the next place we're heading past. And then we're going up to Salem. And hopefully this isn't going to be too much of a challenge to get in there and get parked up. Now, I assume that I'm just talking to myself, that from the lack of any chat on my screen, I'm assuming no one's watching, as usual. We're heading into the night. Yeah, this is Bend. This is the bend in the river. That's the other thing I haven't done yet. I've not bought my own trailer yet. I've paid very little attention to that update that came out in version 1.32. I don't think I've looked at it in either American Truck or Euro Truck. Pile of portaloos there. Oops, pay attention to the road. Now, what does that say? City of Bend Public Works, next left. looks as if we've got a bit more trees round about us now in this section. This looks like a right turn up ahead. It's very much like it. I thought that car was reversing out. Now, what's that saying up there? North. What does that say? The dailies. The dallies. Let's have a look at the map and see where exactly we are. Right, so we're sort of bypassing most of the town on this left side. We're not far to go now, and at the end of our first trip in Oregon. I dare say we'll be back at some point. Discovered a recruitment agency. Oh, there's the fuzz. What the hell's that noise? Well, we definitely have a different landscape now. Towards the end of our trip, we're into the sort of Oregon heartland by the looks of it. Get these bloody cameras to work right. 100 miles to go, is it? Yep, just under 100 now. And we might be pushing it for fuel now that I look at that gauge. Because this truck will eat up the fuel with these 3 trailers on it. I think we're going to have to bail out pretty sharpish here. We need to find some we probably need to find some fuel. It looks maybe touch and go. We might be able to do it. I'll be kind of worried if it starts turning red, that fuel gauge. And the other thing, of course, that you look for with this DLC, and the fact that it's now in along with this new version of the Mario map, is what the frame rate's like. Well, I have to say, I've absolutely no complaints there. Right from the start, right up to where we are now, everything's run pretty good. No complaints on that score. Frame rate's ticking along very nicely, especially with these beacon lights on as well. And I think we're speeding again, are we? Yeah, we are. Well, it's going to be the middle of the night when we arrive there. Hopefully it's fairly straightforward to get into the parking area. Don't want any mishaps at the end of the trip. This Kenwood 100, you've got the two. I think you've got the 2 chassis that you can have at the beginning. You've got the standard one, which is the one that I have here, the one small cabin, and then you've got the big extended cabin, which I thought, for the purposes of this with a triple trailer, I thought it might be worth shortening this as much as we can, because by the time you add on that extended cabin at the front of the truck, and you've got these triple trailers, you've got a bloody thing, you're driving a thing that's 3/4 of a mile long. And it's difficult enough turning the damn thing. Right, well, it's hard to say where we are now, but I can't get this camera button to work. It keeps jumping. I've got this camera button allocated to one of my buttons on my wheel, but the button is very, very sensitive, and it jumps from one camera to another when you press it. It's hard to say what's going on outside. We can't see anything. Odd miles, is it now? Yep, 34 miles to go, and we will be home and dry. Right, what time's that? Friday 23. What the hell did it say there? they're not expected to after 1 o'clock in the morning. We're there in plenty of time. Only 30 mile to go. Now, where the hell are we turning here? Is it in here? I am confused. No, it's not in there. It's up here. I don't want to make a fool of myself and take the wrong turn. Right, we're going in there. That's where we're going. Just gone 11 PM on Friday, so we've another 2 hours to get there. We're in Salem. This is where we should be. Now, where the hell do we turn off? Wait, that's telling us to get into the inside lane. So, oh, wait a minute. What the hell? Is this going to open? You're not telling me I should be turning in there to the right, are you? Oh shit, thank God for that. Thank God for that. I'm glad that opened. There's no way I was going to be able to get anywhere around there. Right. Well, that's the first time I've seen that in the game, where they've decided to put in automatic gates, apart from the mods, the modded gates that we've seen before. That's the first time in the game that they've actually added automatic gates. It's the first time I've seen it anyway. There's the parking space up here. Up there. Yes, it is. Let's see if we can get this nice and neat. that's worked out not bad. So we are done and dusted on our first trip to Oregon. And we got there in time as well. Yeah, I've got this money cheat and XP cheat just so that you can actually get a truck, a decent truck quickly. Right, well that's that done. Now, current company job offers, that's the one thing we want to check and see if there's anything. Maybe going back across the state. No, that's going south. And that's going south as well, so there's nothing there. I would like to have another job or two in Oregon, but there's certainly none from this company, although it probably shouldn't be that difficult to find something from another one, but we'll probably do that another time. Let's have a look at let's come out of that and go to the job market and freight market. And we won't do it by, well, if we do it by route length, but go the other way, then that should be short journeys. If we do it that way, I don't see anything there. Or you could do it by origin. That's the one you could do it by, but that's you doing it alphabetically. And that's Winnemucca, so that's the other way around. Let's have a look. Let's see if we go that way and we find Burns, Bend, Newport, Astoria. Now that was the one I was, or is it the Dales? I think that was that destination that I seen. Well, that's Flagstaff. Now the simple thing that I could do is just spawn in one of these other places, but I think we'll leave that for another time and we'll call that quits on our first trip in the new, let's look at the map, in the new DLC, the state of Oregon. So we have completed our journey from Ely, which went northwest through Winnemucca, through Burns, through Bend, and up to Salem, and we got our triple trailers there in one piece. So with that, we will see you again sometime, no doubt.